1 week after the attack on Pearl Street, today Coloradans showed that peace and unity are stronger than hate. People from across the state came together in support of the Jewish community in Boulder as the investigation into the firebombing on peaceful demonstrators continues. At the Boulder Jewish Festival today, the focus was on the victims of last week's attack. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. I'm Mark Salinger. In total, 15 people were hurt in the attack last week. The group targeted was walking to raise awareness for Israeli hostages in Gaza. That group returned today to walk again. Organizers told 9 News reporter Aaron Adelson they didn't even consider canceling.
Each and every Sunday in Boulder, a group called Run for Their Lives meets and they walk.
You know, it became a ritual.
In silence and solidarity.
It became a necessity. I could not go.
Rahel Halpern has hardly missed a weekend.
We walked when it was -11 and we walked when it was 105.
They walk for one purpose.
A walk to return the hostages.
That is their only message, to raise awareness for the hostages taken from Israel on October 7th, 2023.
But we are a very peaceful walk. We are a very quiet walk. We don't disturb other people.
Rahel was here last Sunday.
Because it wasn't just violence, it was fire. It was a firebomb thrown into a group of people.
Police say a man threw Molotov cocktails into the group, burning more than a dozen people. During the attack, he shouted, "Free Palestine."
So it was more than just against us as an advocacy group. It was really against us as Jews.
This week,
we were not deterred. We will not be deterred.
In silence and solidarity.
There are 55 hostages left, that they are in the hands of Hamas, and it's up to Hamas to let them go.
Every walk ends with the hope it will be their last.
We will walk until they all come home.
In Boulder, Aaron Adelson, 9 News.
Organizers of the walk say they're extremely thankful to see an outpouring of support from the community, from leaders of all faiths, from politicians of all parties, and from people all over the country. Now, that support also showed up today at the Boulder Jewish Festival. Pearl Street Mall, right nearby, was full of food, dancing, singing, and community. People came together to reflect on the events of 1 week ago and focus on resiliency.
We are standing here in resilience. We are standing here in unity. We are standing here in joy. Because that's what today is about. Celebrating who we are, our culture, our music, our food, our spirit. And even as we continue to walk in solidarity for the hostages still held in Gaza, we also walk for our right to gather safely and proudly as a Jewish community.
There were added layers of security at the festival this week. Police, sheriff's deputies, SWAT teams all patrolling the area. Boulder police say they also set up drones, defense barriers, and snipers, precautionary measures that thankfully were not needed. The man accused in the attack is facing both state and federal charges. He appeared in federal court for a hearing on Friday where he is charged with federal hate crimes. Earlier in the week, Boulder's district attorney filed 62 separate state charges against him, including attempted first-degree murder for more than a dozen victims. He's expected back in federal court next week on June 18th. Then he'll be back in Boulder County Court next month. Most of the victims are expected to recover, though the severity of their injuries vary. While we haven't gotten a specific update on the conditions of the victims, we know at least one person suffered very serious burns. We'll be sure to provide any updates on this case and any of the remaining victims on how they're doing as soon as we get them. In the meantime, you can always find our latest reporting on our website, 9news.com, and streaming on 9 News Plus. Switching over to the weather now, a calm night in Denver tonight and around the state. Some good news for the rest of the week as well, as things are heating back up. Finally getting some more sunshine and warm temperatures again after a very rainy last couple of days. Corey Reppenhagen tracking the forecast for us this evening. And Corey, things are heating up.
They're heating up and likely drying out as well. This whole weather pattern that's going to come over the next 8 or 9 days will be pretty dry and very warm, with temperatures maybe getting up there towards 90. We had a few showers run through our area tonight. Even caught a little double rainbow here in Inglewood. This is courtesy of the 12U Slammers Pesh. They were able to play through a brief and light downpour of rain. Didn't disrupt the game too much. You can see the state live radar across the state. Not too many showers out there, and they've been pretty light for the most part. Here's that one that went through Inglewood, kind of right there, really fast. Didn't really do much, but it really looked beautiful because it had that classic thunderhead to it. Most of the Denver metro saw that, and the rainbow and the Mamadas clouds. It was very nice looking night. Temperatures right now comfortable into the 60s across the area. Here's your day in Denver tomorrow. Tons of sunshine, very few clouds in the sky tomorrow. So we're going to be dry and temperatures in the 80s. More on that in just a few minutes, Mark.
Corey, thank you. US 36 in Boulder County was filled with cyclists today, even more so than usual. They rode together in Broomfield to honor a man who was hit and killed 3 weeks ago.
It's just a tragedy that you could go out and be out on roads that are supposed to be safe and be by yourself and that easily have your life ended.
John Wilkinson was hit and killed by a driver last month while riding in rural Boulder County. Wilkinson was well known in the bike community for his simple fixed gear builds as well as his online brand Gravel Gang. His family says riding was his greatest passion in life. A second memorial ride took place in Columbia, Missouri this afternoon as Wilkinson worked and owned a bike shop there. We spoke to his best friend about the impact he made.
He's so good at keeping things fun and light and not too serious, and I tend to take things too seriously, so he'd keep me, make sure I have fun and keep a smile on my face and do it for the right reason. Especially the bike industry, like we're here to have fun and make fun for other people and teach people how to have fun with these bicycles like we did when we were kids. And he was so good at, this is where I need to be. Wherever he was, whoever he was talking to, that's what he was going to do. We can just be better, nicer people because of John. Like if we just mimic what John did, we're all going to be a lot nicer.
Deaths involving cyclists and pedestrians in Colorado have jumped 78% since 2015. Because of that giant jump, the cycling community is pushing for tougher penalties, better infrastructure, and smarter safety features for cars.